Okay, so welcome back. Today's point of conversation is again another conversation I was having on Twitter this past week, on social media this past week, and I was engaging someone in conversation, and they brought up a point that there are no great games being made anymore by AAA developers, by very large companies. There are no great games. This is kind of a misconception I wanted to address a little bit because I don't think it's true. I think great games are being made definitely by AAA developers. You've got things like Assassin's Creed that the games are great. They just are. Especially with the latest two. Origins was fantastic, and the new one, Odyssey, looks outstanding. You've got games like Destiny and Destiny 2, where their games aren't necessarily something totally different. They're not necessarily something totally that we haven't seen, but they are great games. And I know normally I talk a little bit faster in these videos and I'm going a little bit slower, but it's because I want to point out a very explicit difference, a very strong difference. These games, even though they're sequels, the ones we talked about, and even though they're not necessarily great games, the difference is they are great games. They're not innovative per se. You're talking about a large studio gambling hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars and hundreds to thousands of people's jobs on new IPs and new developments in technology or storytelling or whatever they are going to gamble on. There are definitely companies like Rockstar where any game they make seems like a quality game. But you have to remember, every game that they've made as of late have been sequels to wildly successful games that people either have nostalgic connections to, like Grand Theft Auto, or they're tried and true things like Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out later this year. So saying that AAA developers don't make great games isn't fair. There's not innovation, which is something I wanted to point out. I had pointed out in the conversation something I wanted to point out here.